Hello world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to codingscientist.com. You are watching autonomous DroneBot build, code and fly 0 to hero series. Alright guys, so we are going to take a look at what is a flight controllers. This is the brain, this is the heart and the brain of a drone, right? It's like, without the flight controller there's nothing and it's just a dummy frame you have, right? So we are going to use two different flight controllers, right? Ideally I am going to build two different projects, club it into one and show it to you how it works. So that's the practical exercise I am going to build in a real world and show it to you guys. So basically the flight controller interprets input from receiver. Okay, it interprets the signals from the receiver, from your GPS module, from your battery monitor, from IMU and other onboard sensors. Okay, so it regulates the motor speeds via ESC, which we saw in the previous video, right? Electronic speed controllers, to provide your steering, turn left, turn right, turn up and down and kind of thing, as well as triggering cameras or any other sensors or payloads, whatever you might add. And the flight controllers basically controls the autopilot, waypoints, follow me, fail safe mode and many other autonomous functions as well. Everything is possible. It may not be 100% autonomous. You might still use your remote controller, but I would call it as a semi-autonomous. Of course, we will be building the autonomous as well by adding Raspberry Pi single board computer or maybe a Jetson Nano. So I'll show you both, right? The flight controller is the central to the whole functioning of your UAV, of your drone bot. Our project in our this particular series 0 to hero, we will be using APM and PixHawk, right? There are two controllers, there are two flight controllers we'll be using, not together but different APM and PixHawk. We will use APM for basic flight control, through which achieving autonomous functions or adding the single board computers is little bit tough using APM. So I decided to show you folks both APM and PixHawk. Using PixHawk, we can connect Raspberry Pi or Jetson Nano, as I said just a couple of minutes back, to build a full-fledged autonomous drone itself. So what I decided was, okay, APM just for the basic flight control using the remote control, and maybe semi-autonomous function like we can add ultrasonic sensors and a couple of other stuff, and make it as a semi-autonomous using mission planner. Mission planner, I'm going to talk about that in the upcoming lesson. However, in order to make a fully functional programmable flying robot using Python, right, we need PixHawk. So I'm going to show you how to use PixHawk as well. So what is APM? APM stands for Ardupilot Mega. So what does that mean? It's a professional quality IMU autopilot that is based on Arduino Mega platform. So you would have seen the Arduino Mega board, not the UN or the Mega one, right? So that is the chip. This particular APM uses Arduino Mega chip inside the controller. If you see in the picture, that is the Ardupilot Mega. It is a full autopilot capable for autonomous stabilizations, waypoint based navigation, and two-way telemetry with Xbee wireless modules. I'm going to talk about telemetry and Xbees in the later series. For now, just to give you an overview about APM. PixHawk, on the other hand, also known as PX4, is an open source flight control software for drones and other unmanned vehicles. All right, the project provides a flexible set of tools for drone developers to share technologies to create a tailor-made solutions for drone applications. You need to understand this, right? PixHawk is basically a hardware platform. As you can see the picture next to me, it's a square box with multiple sockets, which I showed you in the lesson 0, right? I'm going to build upon that. So PX4 is a native firmware of PixHawk. So do not get confused between what is PX4, what is PixHawk, what is APM. So that's what I'm trying to set the clarity here, right? I want you guys to understand all these terms and terminologies used in the drone industry. So PixHawk specifically was developed for, the PX4 firmware was developed for PixHawk hardware. APM, the Ardupilot Mega, also a hardware, right? But Ardupilot is the firmware for APM. So I'm going to show you what is that Ardupilot means in a later series, but just for your understanding, it's a firmware, it's a software, right, for APM. And the Ardupilot firmware is also called APM. So it might be a little confusing for the beginners, but do not worry. This is the first step you are getting into this. So I will walk you through step by step as we go along. Just follow these lessons. You will be good enough to become an expert in next couple of months. All right, see you guys.